Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Keto Mom page. My name is Stephanie, and we're diving into fear. Well, finding confidence and conquering fear, destroying fear. Like, what is holding you back? Having an awareness of why it's holding you back, and how do we get past that? That is what we're diving into. So, as you're tuning in, I would love to know, where are you tuning in from? And it's Wednesday. It would be fun for you to share your most favorite piece of wisdom that anybody's ever given you, like your most favorite quote, or I like it to say Wisdom Wednesday. Like, what is something that you will forever remember? Like a quote or a saying or a thought or something that somebody has told you that you're like, this is true wisdom. What is it? Do you have anything great to share? So good morning. I'm tuning in from Minnesota. We have been traveling for like a month. We have been, oh my goodness, we were in Arizona, then Florida, then Arizona, back to Minnesota, Kentucky, Ohio, and now we're back. And we're staying put. We're staying put for a little bit. So I hope you're having an incredible morning. If you don't know, the Keto Mom page here is to help support you, guide you, answer your questions, lots of different things. There's no shortage of recipes or anything that you need. You can go to Keto Mom Secrets, all one word, so ketomomsecrets.com, and you can find hundreds of recipes that can help you on your journey. You can send me a message and I will answer your questions, right? And every morning I talk about mindset and the power of mindset and why it's so important to make sure that you get up with the thoughts in the morning that you want to, like however you get up in the morning and the thoughts that are rolling around in your mind are going to pretty much determine your day unless you know how to switch it, right? So getting up with a positive mindset, getting up with a excited for life. I know what I'm going to do. I've got a plan for my day. I'm going to be encouraging to those around me. I'm going to take you on a trip with me here real quick because I have to let my dogs in. So every day we read a book, we talk about it, and my hope is to give you a thought. Right, Rocky. My hope is to give you a thought so that you can go throughout your day and have something to ponder on, something to think about, right? We go through different books. I'm trying to pick the book that we'll go through in April. Right now we're in March, so it's totally fine. But we're doing The Magic of Thinking Big. So here's the book. If you want to grab it, awesome. If not, you can tune in here. So we are on chapter 3, and we're talking about building confidence and destroying fear. My question to you is this, and I'm going to say just based on the keto diet, keto lifestyle, or getting healthy, getting strong, like your physical appearance, do you have any fears? Like maybe you're afraid to go to the gym, or you're afraid to tell somebody, hey, I'm doing a diet, or I'm doing a lifestyle, or I'm doing this. Maybe you're afraid to ask somebody to be your accountability partner. Whatever the case may be, like if you have a real fear, anywhere based on what you're doing with your lifestyle, health, and fitness, we're going to conquer that. So we're on chapter 3, build confidence and destroy fear. And he says, fear is real. Oftentimes people will say it's not a big deal, it's just in your head. No, it's just your imagination. You'll get over it. And he says, no, fear is actually real. Whatever you're fearing, right? And we must recognize it exists before we can conquer it. What is it that you feel like is holding you back? And I'm going to give you one action step to conquer that thing that you just thought of, all right? He said, most fear today is psychological. Worry, tension, embarrassment, panic, all stems from mismanaged negative imagination, our mindset. Remember, if you followed my stories this last weekend, I got to learn from a whole bunch of different speakers. We had somebody named Jay Shetty, if you know who he is, incredible. He had an incredible story I'm going to share with you later today. Ed Mylett, and then Joseph McClendon. And Joseph McClendon says this, and I'm sure you've heard me say it if you've been tuning here at any point in time. As I think, so I feel. As I feel, so I do. As I do, so I have. He says most fear starts where? in the mindset. If you're afraid, it causes a feeling. A feeling causes an action or lack of action because you're afraid. Therefore, you have or don't have the things you want in your life based on actions, based on feelings, based on it starts in your mindset. And as soon as you have that awareness that your mindset is so powerful in you achieving your goals, you are going to fix it, which means you're going to read, pay attention to what you're watching, the words you're speaking, the people that you're around, the podcast that you're listening to is so important. All right. He says, if a physician discovers how you have an infection in some part of your body, it doesn't just stop there, right? He proceeds with treatment to cure the infection. So if you have fear in any place in your life, we need to proceed with a treatment, right? Fear is success enemy number one. If you want to have success, the book is talking not just about fat loss. The book is talking about success in any area of your life. And I'm going to bet that if you're here, you're not just the only thing that you want is fat loss. The only thing you want is to look a certain way, or feel a certain way. I'm going to guess there's different areas in your life that you would love to have success in. It could be financial, could be physical, could be spiritual, could be emotional, could be relationships, right? Usually it's not just one thing we're chasing after in life. Usually they all play a part in our life, right? And so we talk about different spokes. And if one of them is broken, you're going to see it affect the other areas of your life. So he says, fear is success enemy number one. Fear stops people from capitalizing on opportunities. Fear wears people down physically. Fear actually makes people sick. So what is one step to getting past it? I'm going to read 2 more pages, and then we'll continue on tomorrow. It says, no one is born confident. These people who you know, the people that radiate confidence, the people that you watch, the people that you see online, the people that you see in your office, but anybody around you that you're like, oh my goodness, they have so much confidence. How have they conquered their worries? How have they gotten to where they are today? He said, acquire confidence just like you will have to do, just like everybody else has had to do. So he tells a story about Navy SEALs. He talks about how he's like, you can watch these grown men and some of them are afraid of water. And he says what happens is in the training, no matter what, if they want to be a Navy SEAL, clearly what are they going to have to do? Go in the water. And so he says what they end up doing is they accidentally get pushed in. They have to take action on their fear. Accidentally, or they're shoved into place. They do it on their own, however the case may be. He just says, listen, how do you conquer fear? He says it right here. The very first thing you need to do, he says, action cures fear. Indecisiveness, postponement, on the other hand, fertilizes fear. So this last weekend, I had the opportunity we were at an event with our team, with our CEO, and they said, hey, Stephanie, do you want to host the event? And it's online and in person. So we had about, I think probably 150 to 200 people physically in the area. We had different meeting spots, right? And then when we're speaking on a stage, we're in front of about 40 people and then thousands of people all over the world. So where I was standing, I could see, I think 6 different screens with people zooming in from all over the world. And then people in front of me. And they said, Stephanie, we would like you to host. Would you open up the event? Would you kind of help take us through the event? Will you introduce different speakers? And I was like, yes, I was sweating profusely. But I also know that the only way for me to grow is to raise my hand, is to do hard things, is to push through the fear. And everything in my mind was like, there's somebody else better than me. Like, there's so many great leaders. And I got help from it was me and 3 other ladies. We all did it together, or 2. We did it together. We took turns. But there were some times where I was like, but you want me to open it? By myself? What if I mess up? What if I say the wrong thing? What if I don't know what to say? And so in that moment, I stepped out in fear. I want to be a better speaker. I want to be better at inspiring others. And if I want to do that, I have to step past fear. What do you want? And what are you afraid of? You've got to recognize it, right? Not to control you, but like anything in your health and fitness journey. What is something that you're afraid of? Are you afraid of, actually, we're going to talk about that in a second. Are you afraid of what people think or what they're going to say or how they're going to feel or what they are going to say about you? Are you afraid of looking a certain way at the gym? Because as soon as you can get over that and go, you know what? Nobody else's thought of me defines who I am. Nobody else's words towards me, thoughts of me, actions towards me, like, They don't get to decide my choices every day. They don't get to decide if I reach these goals or not. I do. So I have to get to the point where I go, I don't care what you say. I want feedback. Like I would ask everybody, how did it go? What could I have done differently? I want feedback to make sure I'm becoming a better me, but nobody needs to depict who I become, right? In the negative aspect. So what is one thing that will cure your fear? What is the medicine to get past the being afraid or the hesitation? Action. Doing that thing you're afraid of. Stepping into the gym, asking somebody to be your accountability partner, asking somebody to join you on your journey. What is it that you need to do? He says, put the action principle to work. Next time you experience a big fear or a little fear, steady yourself. Then search for an answer to this question. What kind of action can I take to conquer my fear? What kind of action do you need to take? And then he just states a whole bunch of different fears. He talks about being embarrassed in front of people, fear of losing an important customer, fear of losing an exam or failing a test, all these things. Fear of what other people may think of you. He says, make sure that what you plan to do is right, and then do it. No one ever does anything worthwhile for which he is not criticized for, right? Fear of people. Put them in proper perspective. Remember that other people, the other person, is just another human being pretty much like you. So use these 2-step procedure to cure fear and win confidence. Number 1, isolate your fear. Put it down, determine exactly what you're afraid of. Why have you not reached that fat loss goal? Is it because lack of discipline, or are you afraid of something? Either way, you just need to have an awareness. And then number 2, take the action. There is some kind of action for every kind of fear. Hesitation only enlarges, magnifies the fear. Take action promptly, be decisive. And as you do that thing you're afraid of, you're going to be like, I can do it. Oh my goodness, I did it. Every time I got to speak this weekend, every time I came off with a little bit more confidence. And it wasn't like the fear or the like, am I going to be good enough went away right after the first one. I don't know how many times I got on stage. But every time it was a little bit less fear, a little bit less like self-doubt, and a little more confidence. I would go out there and I was like, all right, this is fun. All right, I have an idea of what I could say. Oh, I learned a lesson. I should slow down when I'm speaking so people can clearly understand me. And as you step out in faith and as you work through your fears, you're going to go, oh, I could do this better. Oh, this is a better time to go to the gym. Oh, I forgot this. I need to do this next time. Make sense? And you kind of course correct and you figure out what could make it even better. Do not let fear run your life. If you want success in any area of your life, you're going to have to take action to get past the fear. We all have things we have to go through. We all have walls that we've got to break down. We all have things that we have to push past to become a better version of you, to become a better version of me. I believe in you. I need you to believe in yourself. Thank you for tuning in. We will continue on tomorrow. Otherwise, I'll hop on later today. I probably will I haven't talked about the Core 4 in a long time. I heard some unbelievable, incredible stories this weekend around the Core 4 challenge, people's mindset. I'm ridiculously excited. So I'm doing the Core 4. I'm going to talk more about that later today. So continue to tune in. Ask any questions you have below. Send me a message. As always, scroll through the page for any keto tips, tricks, and ideas that you need. I'm here to help you. whatever journey that you're on, whatever questions that you have, send me a message. I hope you guys have an incredible morning, and we'll talk to you very soon. Bye, everybody.